convention I want you to see.
It looks something like this.
So I was expecting someone else.
Your life isn't over, it's just changed.
I feel like I'm losing everybody.
You're not supposed to be here. Oh, you disappoint me, boy.
I shouldn't join this show to get a new girlfriend, Daisy.
You don't talk to her that way, gringo.
He's making off with our deodorant.
You sure do ask a lot of questions for a supporting character.
And I'm the owner of Vandals Games. So Vandals Games, we buy, sell, and trade video games. We really love to connect people with their memories of their past.
He was a student, so I was the professor teaching business development. And so part of the papers that the students have to do is they have to write about what is their business plan. And he actually had a real company. I think he could really grow his company and be incredibly profitable.
When I first met Birch, he was always pushing me to join the Launchpad program.
And he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to join the Launchpad program. He was just getting by.
You know, I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it. Yeah, why not? And just like right away, he's like, what's your 3 actionable items? What are you going to get done this week? What are your financial goals? And like, he just kept nailing me with this stuff. And I'm like, ah.
And I just thought, if you could really figure out how do you get more inventory in at a lower cost and how do you sell it at a more profitable number, this is a really good profitable business model.
Roughly around the time I started collecting, I probably had like 1,500 games in stock. At the end of college, I had 5,000 to 6,000 games in stock. So I started selling a little bit on Amazon, but a lot more on eBay, and including like business cards and like a coupon to get them to come to my website.
He's a numbers guy. He knows exactly what his turn rate is. He knows what his profitability per item is. He's serious about his business. He's dead serious.
You can't just go to Target and be like, hey, I would like an N64. You can't do that anymore. So we'll sell it for an N64 for $60 versus, companies that sell them for $80 to $100.
My question with everybody in the Launchpad program is, what steps are you doing to move the company forward? Because if you're not moving the company forward, then why are you bothering?
I ship between 50 to 100 packages a week. So times that by 52, You know, each package will have maybe 1 to 3 games in it. So, you know, it adds up. It adds up.
He physically has to have inventory that somebody has to buy, and then he has to package it, and then he has to ship that. So I've been trying to get Chris to have somebody else do all your shipping, because you're losing time that you could have somebody else do that.
I don't know. Today, if I wasn't through the Launchpad program, I wouldn't be making the numbers I would. I'd probably be working somewhere like at an office space and sitting down, boring job. But I love game hunting, so you know, finding inventory is no problem for me. So that's something I enjoy doing.
So the challenge that I find is if you can find a job that you love, it's no longer work. It's something that you really love to do.
So you need to focus on starting small and growing it from there. And if there's no money in the thing you like, you know, you got to look somewhere else.
So I'd like all these entrepreneurs to have a quest and just go for that quest and never give up. That's what I really like to see.
The second weekend was the dance, so we had to have a whole bunch of extras. And extras are a pain to get normally. These extras had to be taught how to swing dance.
Because the scene in the 1940s dance sequence is so crucial, we really wanted to nail that in every aspect of the production, but also the dancing, because we wanted to be swing, you know? So Anton Widener and Megan Geyer were our dance choreographers. Anton taught them how to dance, and it was a ton of fun.
So we had wanted to shoot in a hall in a park. We couldn't get that hall, so we were kind of scrambling around to find something. Professor Scoggins was just like, have you checked VFW? They let us come in, and like they were super nice, and they actually gave us the hall for free.
It gave us a chance just to get away from the compact shooting location of the house and just like spread out, do something completely different. And so that was, I think, in many ways, it was the really fun day, because it was so different, and it was definitely the most ambitious in terms of set decoration and making it look right.
The dance hall, I just put up a lot of America, like everywhere, all over the place. Luckily it was close to the 4th of July, so all the stores had stuff for me anyway. And then it was just determining what they actually had in the 40s, what looked like the period. So using ribbons that were plastic, I couldn't do that rather than fabric, and put American flags everywhere, and also use that to cover up technology. So I had these little tiny flags that I put over like speakers in all of the corners, and then we had this giant one that covered a flat screen that was in the corner.
Josie and her husband are dancing around in a circle, and as they dance around, the camera goes around them as well. So that was a case of where set dec and all of that was on point, because we went in a full 360 around them and we saw the whole room, all the lights, everything. You looked around and it was like, it feels like I'm in like a 1940s like officers club, and just going around seeing all the lights, all the drinks on the tables, all the guys with their uniforms on. Like I knew all of them, but like with their uniforms on, and like some of them have gotten like haircuts and like shaved a certain way to fit the style, and it was so cool just walking into that room. And then being able to go with the camera, not having to worry about like seeing that one corner where everything's packed into it, because there was no corner like that. It was all set dec to match the scene. And so just being able to go around with like Michael, watching the monitor, just following the actors, seeing the whole scene stylized to fit the moment was really cool.
The title of this film originally was Black Slippers, and that actually was taken from a line in a poem on my grandmother's fridge that it was like a comedic poem, and I would read it every time I went to visit her. But really, the reason for the change is over the course of development, as we did rewrite after rewrite, the dance sequence started to take on more significance in the story. And so we realized, okay, that's the point, that's the significant point of the story, that's the climax, that's the realization moment for Josie. We had figured out that the way we wanted to bring her into the flashback was the music. So we picked a song. It's called "The Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square." It was very popular during World War II, the latter part of World War II. We had the great fortune of having Shelby Turner come on set and sing for us.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to A Midsummers Nights Dream. This is our opening night, so I want to welcome everyone and also remind you that we do have another show next Tuesday here in the soundstage, and then we move everything over to the Center for the Arts for a performance on Thursday, June 6th at 7 o'clock at the Center for the Arts. So we hope you'll take advantage of the intimate theater as well as the big stage over at the Center for the Arts. I wanted to let you all know that there will be a 15-minute intermission, and we invite you to indulge in our concessions that we're selling out in the lobby. If everyone would please make sure right now to silence your phones or to turn them off, put them on airplane mode, whatever you need to do. Photographs can be taken, but please no flash photography, and there's no need for videography because we're broadcasting live, and so we will have everything available on video later. And so for right now, I just want to invite everybody to sit back, relax, and enjoy A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour grows on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like a stepdame or dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriness. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals, for the pale companion is not for all pomp.
And so I leave to do your will, my lord.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love by causing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, with revelry.
Happy Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Good Aegeus, what's the news with you?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. With bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, and messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman, or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your mother should be as a god, one who composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but a form in wax, by her imprinted, and within her power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my mother look, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to observe forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know your youth, examine well your blood. Whether you yield not to your mother's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to live in shady cloister mute, a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed are those that master their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take you pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond and fellowship, on that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or to wed Demetrius, as he would, or to stand on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and my Sander, yield thy crazed title to my most certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have hers. She loves not you.
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do assate unto Demetrius.
I am, madam, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius is. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter Helena. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. Demetrius, come, and Comagia, I have some private schooling for you both. As for you, Hermia, arm yourself. Look to fit your fancies to your mother's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, by which no means we mean to extenuate. Come apart. What cheer, my lord?
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is thy cheek so pale? How chanced the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever hear, could ever read by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, spite! Too old to be engaged, too young.
or it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes?
Or if there were sympathy and choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege on it, making it momentary as a dream, swift as a shadow, short as the lightning in the collied night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and before a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears. Poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. And from Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. Fair, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee? And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy mother's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league out the town where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do an observance of a morn of May, there will I wait for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars and your tongue sweet air, more tunable to lark than shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ears should catch your voice, my eye, your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Oh, were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine?
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helena, to your minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time which lovers' flights do still conceal through Athens' gates, we have devised to steal.
Oh, and in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight. From lover's food till laurel deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you and him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know all, but he do know. For as he errs doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, sings base and vile, folding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheeding haste. And therefore is love said to be a child. For in choice he's so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed on oaths he was only mine. And when this hailsome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then tomorrow night to the wood will he pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here mean I to enrich my pain, to have a sight thither and back again.
You are best to call them generally one by one according to the script.
Ah. Here is the scroll of everyone's name who has thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Quince, say what the play treats on.
Then call forth the actors and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a Mary. Now, good Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Oh, friends, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready, name what part I'm for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Ooh, what is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
Oh, that will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to Terracatin, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks will break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from afar, and make and mar the foolish fates. Oh, this was lofty. To the rest of the players, this was Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover's more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Oh, here, Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask and will speak as small as you will.
And I may hug my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Pyramus, love again. My Thisbe dear,
No, you must play Pyramus and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor. Robin Starveling, you Thisbe's mother. Tabitha Snout the tinker. You Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play well fitted.
Have you the lion's part risen? Pray be, give it me, for I'm slow of study.
You will do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion, too. I'll roar that I'll do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again!
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies. They would shriek, and that would be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's child.
I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you, and 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one should see on a summer's day, a most gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow!
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you would play barefaced. But friends, here are your parts, and I am to request you, entreat you, and desire you to come by tomorrow night, where we will meet within the palace woods, a mile within the town by moonlight. For if we meet within the city, we will be dogged with company, and our devices will be known. Friends, I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
At the Duke's Oak
We need enough older cut bowstrings.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire.
We who wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and we serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. A cowslip's tell her pensioners be, in her gold spots you speak. Those be rupees, fairy favors, in their speckled slots live their saviors.
We must go seek some dewdrops here and hang a pearl on every cowslip's ear. Farewell, you love, the fairies will be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
Now, the king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the fair queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, should trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. Now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlit sheen, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep
into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either we mistake your shape and making quiet, or you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow.
Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no barn, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet pet, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Ah, thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I just to a running make him smile, when I a fattened bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal. And sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bow, and on her withered do
The least you tell the mischief thou hast brewed, as those fall victim to your acts of mirth.
And as these hapless prey confounded be, their braves swirl like the tempest on the sea.
The wisest stands telling the saddest tale, sometimes for a 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip run down topple she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough. And the old player holds her hips and laugh and knees. A merry hour was never wasted there. Oh, but room, fairies! Here comes Oberon!
And here our missions were that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy Skipence, I forsworn his bed and his company.
Tarry, rest wanted! Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. For I know when one has stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin, sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here come from the farthest steppe of India? What, that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress, and bore your love to Theseus, who must be wedded, and you've come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus be shamed, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Persiania, whom he ravisheth, and make him with fair Egil break faith, with Ariadne, with Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. Never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or rushy brook, by the beached margent of the sea, to dance ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thou brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling on the land of every pelting river, made so proud. They've overborne their continents. The ox hath stretched its yoke in vain. The green corn hath rotted ere its youth attained a beard. The crows are fatted with Murrian flock. The 9 men's morris is filled up with mud. The quaint mazes of the wanton green for lack of tread are indistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is without him, nor carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes up all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts far in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and odorous chaplets of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, the angry winter, change their wanton liveries and mazed world. By their increase now knows which is which. And the same progeny of evils comes from our dissension, from our debate. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air full often by night has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. And when we'd laugh to see the sails conceive and grow, big-bellied in the wanton wind, she, following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But her being mortal of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day, if you will patiently dance and watch our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, I shall shun thee and spare your haunts.
Give me the boy and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom! Fairies away! We shall chide it down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither! Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and saw a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and the stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between heaven and earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as though it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet I might see Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on, in maiden's meditation fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell on a little western flower, before milk-white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make any man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and look thou meet me back again before the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Yes, having once this juice, I'll to my queen when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next living thing that she espies, be it on bull or bear or wolf, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can do so with another herb, I'll make her render up her page unto me. But lo, who comes here? I am invisible and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou told me they were stolen under this wood, and here I am, enwoven within this wood, because I cannot find my Hermia. Therefore get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, and yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave your power to draw, and I will have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not, in the plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel. And Demetrius, the more you beat me, the more I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. For what worse a place can I beg in your love? And yet, such a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit. I am sick when I look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity?
Your virtue is my privilege. Therefore it is not night when I do see your face. Then, how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beast.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run while you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and the dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch a tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues their valor flies.
Let me go. I'll not stay thy questions. Lest do not believe. If thou follow me, I'll do thee mischief in the woods.
I, the temple, the town, the field. You do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongdoings do set a scandal upon my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We were made to be wooed and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand that I love so well.
Fare thee well, Nym. Ere thou leave this grove, he shall fly thee, and he shall seek thy love. Ah, yes. Ah, how now, mad spirit? Hast thou the flower there?
Aye.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a place where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbines, with sweet musk roses and eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and lights. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. I'll drop the liquor of it in her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. But look thou, take thou some of it. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, and effect it with some care that he may prove more fond of her than her upon her love. And and look thou meet me ere the first cock crows!
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, roundel in a fairy song, then to your offices, and let me rest.
Spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs speak not seen. Roots and limeworms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Weaving spiders
what thou seest when thou dost wake. Do it for thy true love take. Love and language for his sake. Be it ounce, or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake, when some vile thing is near. Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak truth, I forgot her way. We'll rest us then, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning, love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. One heart, two bosoms and a single troth. So then, two bosoms and a single oath. Therefore, by thy side, no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off yet in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I. And so end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none. On whose eyes might I prove this flower's force and soaring love? Night and silence. Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Despise the Athenian maid. Oh, and here, the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie to this lack love, kill courtesy, churl. Upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat down thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for now I must to Oberon. Demetrius!
Stay, thou kill me, sweet Demetrius! Charge me hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay. I alone will go. On that.
Oh, I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she has blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No. I am make me do run for fear. Therefore, no marvel, though Demetrius do fly as a monster from my presence thus. Oh, but who is here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helen, nature shows art, that through thy bosom I see thy heart. Where is thou, Demetrius? Oh, how fit a name is that vile word to perish on my sword.
Say not so, Lysander, say not so. What? Though he love you, Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia loves you, therefore be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious moments I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The reason of man, the will of man is by reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier made. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young till now, ripe not to reason, but reaching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will and leads me to your eyes, where I overlook love's richest stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, and yet you should flout my insufficiencies? Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such a disdainful manner me to woo. But very well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord more true gentleness. Oh, of that a lady of one man refused should of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. And as a surfeit, and as tie heresies that men do leave are hated most by them they did deceive, so thou, my surfeit, now my heresy, of all be hated, but most of me. In all my powers address thy love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander. Help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity what a dream was here. Oh, Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What, removed? Lysander! Lord? What, out of hearing? Gone, no sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak! And if you hear, speak of all loves. Oh, I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I'll perceive thee well not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
And here is a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal.
Good Quince.
This green plot shall be our stage.
Good Quince.
This hawthorn brake shall be our tiring house.
Good Quince.
And we will do it in action as we do it before the G.
Good Quince.
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw out a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By making a perilous beard. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance,
Tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
No. Let it be 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Thou art afeard of all. Perhaps, though, the story may be told without the presence of a lion.
I grant you, friends, to bring in God shield us. A lion among ladies is the most dreadful thing. For there's not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore another prologue must be said that he not a lion be.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies. I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am a man, as other men are, and there indeed let him name his name and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, let it be so. But there are 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
Calendar. A calendar! Look at the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine!
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then may you leave a casement of the chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or we must have someone come in with a lanthorn and a lamp and say that he
or she
must come to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for you know, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe did speak through the chink of the wall.
You can never bring in a wall.
Someone must present wall, and let him
or her
have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about to signify wall, and let him
or her
hold the fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper. If that may be, then all is well. Come, every mother's daughter.
And son.
And rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you shall begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break over there, and so everyone according to your cue.
What hep and hopes one's happily swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen? What a play to it. I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, you begin. Thisbe, stand for.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious odors savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
I must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise he has heard and then is to come again. I shall make the noise that startles the lover's tryst.
But not so startling as to rattle the nerves of the guest in attendance.
Fear you not. Commence, sweet Thisbe.
Where shall the light appear?
By and by.
And from which side shall it be centered?
We have yet to touch upon that part.
I needs must know so I can best prepare my remarks for.
In being extempore, there is little need to prepare. I beg you, hold thy peace. Many pardons.
Many pardons.
And so, again.
Most radiant pyramids, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant bride, most brisky juvenile neck, most lovely Jew, as truest the horse that yet would never time.
bush, through brake, through briar, sometimes a horse on me. Sometimes a hound. A headless bear. Ooh, sometimes a fire. And then bark and grunt and roar and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is knavery of them to make me afeared.
Oh, Bottom, thou art Jane.
What do I see on thee? What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom! Bless thee! Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall see I am not afraid. The ussel cock so black of hue with orange tawny bill, not throstle with its not so true and red with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark whose plains are cuckoo grey, whose not full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would give his wits to so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird a lie that would cry cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. My fair virtue force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbor does not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon the occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I had enough to serve my own turn.
Out of this wood, do not desire to go. You shall remain here whether you wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer so doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee. They shall fetch you jewels from the deep, and sing while thou untest flowers so sweet. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness, so like an airy spirit go. I summon my fairies all around. Thy fairy voices sound.
Peace Blossom stands alert to do your will, and Cobweb sings a song, gentle or shrill. With tender step doth walk a rondo hum,
And mustard seed shall gambol to the drum.
A madrigal, so precious and so sweet, that hearts will leap into a giddy beat.
A song of spring will Cobweb con, as our fair queen's beloved we wait upon, to fill the air with harmony's delight, and frolic in the glow of heaven's night. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him apricots and dewberries with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and force night tapers, crop their waxen thighs, and light them in the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my lover to bed and to rise. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies. Hail to thee, mortal.
Hail to thee, mortal. Hail to thee, mortal.
Hail to thee, mortal. All hail to thee, mortal.
Oh, I cry your worship's mercy. Heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
My name is Cobweb.
Oh! I shall desire your more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Oh. Your name. Honest creature.
I am called Peas Blossom.
Oh, I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peas God, your father. Oh, I shall desire you more acquaintance too, good Mistress Peas Blossom. Your name, I beseech you.
They call me Mustard Seed.
Good, Mistress Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentlewoman of your house. Oh, I pray you, your kindred hath made mine eyes water ere now. I shall desire your more acquaintance, good Mistress Mustard Seed.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps every lamenting flower, enforcing some enforced chastity. Tie up my left tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked yet. And what it was that next came in her eyes, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, welcome, my messenger. What night rule about this mad grove, thou hunted spirit?
My mistress. With the monster is in love!
Ah, yes! How came it to pass?
Close to her consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. Uncouth patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his seed and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, with him they spy, as geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet padded chops, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly. And at our stamp here o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
Oh, this falls out better than I could have devised. But
Hast thou watched the Athenian's eyes as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course she must be I.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Why rebuke him that loves me so? Lay such bitter breath on my bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through its center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. And you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I would rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, what? Tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him, being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Could not a worm and an adder do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You waste your passion on a misprized moon. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead. For aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well?
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part thyself. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no chasing her in this fierce vein. Therefore, here for a while will I remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turn, and not a false turn true.
The fatal rules. One man holding truth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood goes swifter in the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, with sighs of love that hold the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eye against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from Tartar's bow.
Flower this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery. Sink in the apple of his eye. When your lungs doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakes, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth, mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Now stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then will two at once woo one. This must be needs for sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think I woo and scorn? Scorn and derision were never born in tears. Look, when I vow I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, O devilish holy frame, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, perfect, nymph, divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eye? Crystals muddy, oh, how ripe and chill thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. Oh, that pure congealed white high tar as snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. Well, now hold I thine hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you're all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and in courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to bow and swear and to praise my hearts when I am sure you hate me with all your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia. Now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but is guess why I sojourn. Not to Helen, it is home.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou wilt buy it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Oh, dark night! That from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found mine ear. Brought me to my sound. Why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide, fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery oaths and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee known the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one in this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined, all three, to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, is it all forgot? All childhood innocence, school days friendship. We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grow together, like a double cherry seeming parted, but yet in union and partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so two seeming bodies, but one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, do but to one and crown with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not, it seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, divine, nymph, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affections, but by your setting on, by your consent? What? Thought I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved. This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But very well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My life, my love, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent, sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she can entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love you. By my life I do. I swear by that which I would lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I can love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where contends all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as he would follow. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat! Thou bare vile thing! Let loose, or I'll shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love! Out, tawny tartar, out! Loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I'll not have your word, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust you.
What? Should I hit her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh, me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me, oh the gods forbid, in earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee. And love Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love heart from him?
Oh, fine faith! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit! You puppet, you!
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her high person, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
Oh, I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she's something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that and love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you for love. I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. So you will let me quiet go. Back to Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am?
Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Fear not, Helena. She shall not harm me.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little, again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to call me thus? Let me come to her.
No.
Get thee gone, you dwarf! You minimus opinion of brass maid! You bee! You acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scores your services. Let her alone. Speak not of her. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress! All this coiled, all of you. Nay, go not back. I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away. I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence.
Either thou mistakest quite, or else thou commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have nor did anything in his eyes. And so far I'm glad it did so sort, for this third jangling I steal the sport.
Thou seest these lovers look for a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with trooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one comes not within another's way. Sometimes, like Lysander, frame thy tongue and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. Sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death, counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then, when next they wake, all of this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Crush this herb into Lysander's eye, and take from thence all error of his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. Then her charmed eye will I release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
But, my fair lord, this must be done with haste. For night swift dragons cut the clouds fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach it goes, wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all, already to their wormy beds are gone, for fear lest daylight should look their shames upon. They willfully exile themselves for light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
Ah, but we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even to the eastern gate all fiery red. Opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold with salt green streams. But haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I who feared in field and town, God will lead them up and down. Ah, here comes one.
Who art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, draw and ready.
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then, to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again, thou runaway, thou coward. Where dost thou hide thou head? Speak, in some bush art thou fled?
Thou coward, thou breakest to the stars, telling the bushes thou lookest for wars and wilt not come. Come, recreant, come thou child, I will whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Yes, come hither, I am here.
He goes before me and dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I am. Though fast I did follow, faster he did fly. And now fallen am I in dark and uneven way, and here must rest me. Come thou gentle day, and if thou but once show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius, and I'll avenge this spite.
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot. Thou runnest before me, shifting in every place. Never dare stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither. I'm here.
Nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy it dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me. To measure out my length on this cold bed, by day's approach look to be visited.
Oh, weary night, oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's sigh. Steal me a while from thine own company.
Yet but 3? Come one more. 2 of both kinds make it 4. Ah, here she comes. Cursed and sad. Cupid, she's a knavish lad. Just to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleeping sound, I ply to thy eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb shall be known, every man should take his own, in thy waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Hey guys, what's up? My face is probably really red because all the blood went to my face, but we're here today to be cooking some food that's going to get you through the week.
Cooking is good.
It's fun.
It's more fun than you think it is.
Yeah.
It's easier than you think it is. It's cheaper than you think it is.
Yeah,
so
today we're going to be making some tater tot casserole, and what we're going to need for that is we're going to need some ground beef, we're going to need some mozzarella cheese, we're going to need some Worcestershire sauce, green beans, mushroom soup, what else?
Onions, garlic.
Onions, garlic. I think that's it.
Preheat the oven to 375.
Dice up some garlic and some onion here, yellow onion. All right, so you just make these little lines. Don't cut all the way down. If you cut too far down, that starts happening. And that's not the worst thing in the world, you know, that can happen. But you come down, you got these little checker marks in here. Always, quick tip, never cut towards yourself. It's very dangerous, so don't do what I'm doing. And once you got that, you just kind of go. And then look at that. Diced onion. in an instant. Look at that. He's gonna throw this away, but then Pope Francis would be upset. So I'm just gonna put this in a bag where I'm gonna totally use it again.
So the next step is gonna be a real fun little thing where we put all this stuff, the garlic and the onions, in a pan and fry them up a little bit. Woo! This is called a frying pan. This is olive oil. Doesn't really matter, don't put too much about that. Like more is better because then it's all crispy. Oh, sizzling. That's gonna be your onions right there.
You see people doing all those crazy, like, you know, food flips. So pretty much what you're doing is you just push it forward and then your food just comes back. Oh.
That's way too much garlic. Garlic's really strong. I like garlic, so I'm gonna put a little extra, but about that. So one side of that is done. The other side is not quite where you want it, but. Oh shoot. You like that, Gordon? Shout out to Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
We should have him on the show sometime.
All of this is gonna go in the oven again. So you don't need it, you want it to be cooked, but you don't need to, like, you know, it doesn't need to be black.
So just put one in there. Is this squirrel meat? So this is pretty much the step where everything else goes together.
Kind of keep the grease out of there.
Next step is to get this all into here. Oh shoot. We're stirring this up. They're tater tots, as you can see from the thing. I think that's probably a brand name.
Yeah, it's because I'm making sure it's all nice and even.
One for the road. All right, now we're gonna put some cheese on the top. Sprinkle that nice and good.
Actually, you might not want to do that because these are going to be open for 30 minutes.
Should I not have done that?
I mean, it's too late now.
So let's throw it in the oven. Oh, ooh. Ooh, very good. And then you're gonna throw that in there for
30 minutes. Look at this, we're done. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven.
This is our tater tot casserole.
Yep.
So yeah, if this is just you eating it, you can probably tell this is more than just one sit down.
Dish it up, dude. Woo! Want to get a spatula? Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, look at that steam coming out of there.
Can I get some more tater tots in mine?
You absolutely can.
I love that.
And then I stuck my hand straight down his throat, grabbed the piece of the donut, threw it in the trash can. Boom.
Oh my gosh, Josiah!
I got this.
Walking fast down the Grand, wishing you were here now to hold my hand. Say the strangers living on the street, and this sight makes me want to weep. And I miss you, darling, yeah, I miss you, darling, I do, yeah.
It's gonna work. Hey, man, can you stand in for her? Will you marry me?
You know, with Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Because she's gone. All right, Paco.
Oh, hey Lulu, can you help me find the number 2?
Oh, how about you use your own 2 eyes and find the number 2 yourself, dumb.
Whoa, looks like someone has a potty mouth.
Oh, like you weren't bitching earlier when they got the coffee order wrong. Don't whoa me, okay? You need to at this station. This is real.
This station is for upholding
rough.
the children's growth.
Oh, the children?
Yes.
F those brats.
Lulu! Eat a Snickers.
Better?
Better. Dude, I think we're lost.
Not lost. I know where we're going.
This sucks.
Are you sure
Where are my friends? There they are!
Hey, do you have Hey, do you have like a what? You know, like
A what?
A tampon? Your period doesn't have to be embarrassing. Tampax.
thee down upon this flowery bed, why I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Oh, where's Peas Blossom?
I'm ready.
Oh, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Ah, where's Mistress Mustard Seed?
Ready, good sir.
Oh, give me your niece, Mistress Mustard Seed, pray you, leave your courtesy.
What's your will?
Oh, nothing but to help Peas Blossom to scratch. Oh, I must to the barber's, for methinks I'm marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do much tickle me, I must scratch. Oh, where's Cobweb?
I stand ready.
Ah, good Cobweb. Get you your weapons in hand, and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle, and bring me the honey bag. Do not fret too much in the action, and take care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Oh, I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what shalt thou desirest to eat?
Ooh, truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me, for I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Lie thee down, and I shall wind thee in thy arms. Oh, doth the woodbine sweet honeysuckle, gentle and twist the female ivy so, and rings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she is hairy tempered and rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. And that same bud, which sometimes on the flowers wont to shine like round and orient pearls, stood now in the flower's eye, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her her changeling boy, which straight she gave me, and sent a fairy to bear him to my bower in fairy land. Now that I have the boy, I will release her from this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Robin, take the head from off this Athenian swain, that he, waking with the others do, may back to Athens and repair, and think nothing more of this night's vexations, but as the fierce torments of a dream. But first, I will release my queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. Seest thou wast wont to see? Diana's bud over Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, awake, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
Ah, there lies your love.
How do these things come to pass? I do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head.
When thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peeping.
Come, Titania. Music call and strike more dead than all of these 5, the common sense.
Music, huh? Music such as charmeth sleep.
Oh, but now, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow night, midnight solemnly, dance into Theseus' house triumphantly. And so shall all the lovers be, wedded with Theseus all in jollity.
But my fair king, attend and mark, for I do hear the morning lark.
So, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the world can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Observation is to be performed. And since we have the very word of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley do they go. We will, my queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once. In a wood of Crete they bayed a bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such galleon childing. For besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped like Thracian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each to each a cry more tunable has never been hollowed, nor cheered with horn. Judge when you hear. What's up? What nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. This Lysander is. This Demetrius. This Helena, old Nader's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and, hearing of our intent, came to grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegea, is this not the day that your daughter Hermia should give answer to her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but a couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two to be rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, for I know not truly how I came to be here. But as I think, for truly I would speak, and as I think, I do believe it so it to be. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens and without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My good lord, fair Helena told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power my love for Hermia melted as the snow. It seems to me as the remembrance of some idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of my eye, is only Helen. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, But like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. And now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discord we will hear more anon. But Aegea, I will overbear your will. For in the temple, by and by with us, these lovers shall eternally be knit. Of the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us, to Athens, 3 and 3, will hold a feast to grace our solemnity.
These things seem undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Do you think that we are awake? It seems that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think that the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my mother.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dream.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. I hope, good quince. Foot the bellows mender. Snap the tinker. Starveling? God's my life. Stolen hence and left me here asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There's no man can tell what. Methought I was... And methought I had... Man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of a play, before the Duke, peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent for Bottoms? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he comes not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It's not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus like he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any artisan in Athens.
And the best voice, too. He is the very paramour of a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. Paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Dear friends, the Duke is coming from the temple. 2 or 3 lords more merry. If our sport come forward, weep and make glad.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day in his life. He could not escape 6 pence a day. And had the Duke not given him 6 pence a day for Pyramus, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these friends? Where are
Oh, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what for if I tell you I am no true Athenian. Oh, I will tell you everything right as a fellow.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will say is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Let everyone look over their part, for the short and the long is our play is preferred. In any case,
let Thisbe wear clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion tear his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt not to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away!
That these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy tales. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that comprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. Such tricks have strong imaginations, that if it apprehends some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or at night, imagining a fear, how easily is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together more witnesseth than fancy images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Look, here come the lovers now, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy, and fresh days of love accompany your heart.
More than to us. Wait in your royal bed, you're bored, your walks.
Oh, the other one.
Apologies, my good lord.
Come now. What mass? What dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Is there no music? Is there no play to ease the anguish of this torturing hour? Call Philostrate!
Here, my Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What beguilement? How shall we beguile the lazy time?
A brief harmonies will arrive. Make choice of which your majesty will see first.
The Battle of the Centaurs to be sung by the Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That have I told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy Bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, one last played when I from Thebes came conqueror. The thrice 3 muses, mourning the death of learning in their beguilement. Well, that is some satire, keen and critical, but not suiting for a nuptial ceremony. The tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his lover Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief, well that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How may we come by the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I've known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which I must confess when I saw rehearsed, made mine eye water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter, never shed.
Who are they that play?
Oh, hard-handed folks that work in Athens here, which never once labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathing memories against your nuptial.
And we shall hear it.
Oh no, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing. Nothing in the world unless you can find sport in their intents. Extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
And I will hear that play. For nothing can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in and take your places all.
I love not see wretchedness or charge and duty in her service perishing.
My sweet, you shall see no such thing.
She says they can do nothing of this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. For our sport shall be to take what poor duty cannot do. Noble respect takes it in might, not merit.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let the prologue approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite, we do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is, all for your delight. We are not here, that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall all know all that you are like to know.
This lady doth not stand upon points.
She hath rid her prologue like a rough colt. She knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord. 'Tis not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, she hath played her prologue like a child in the recorder. A sound, but not a government.
In truth, her speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at our show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous Lady Thisbe is certain. This dame with lime and rough cast doth present Wall, that vile wall that did these lovers sunder. And through Wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. This lass, with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine, for if you would know, by moonshine that these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon, come Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with blameful bloody blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let Lion, Moonshine, Wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
have you think that had a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
I wonder if she desires lime and hair to speak better. Pyramus draws near the wall.
Oh, grim-looking night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night, oh, night! Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot! And thou, oh wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, that standst between her father's ground and mine! And thou, oh wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thine cheek to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, good courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss, cause be thyself for thus deceiving me.
Methinks the wall, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, she should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It shall fall pat as I told you. Oh, yonder she comes. Oh, wall! For often hast thou heard my moans, for part in my fair Pyramus and me. These cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with laughing hand up in thee. I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe? My love, thou art, my love, I think. Take what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am my trusty still. And I like how until the fates me kill. Not safe unless to Procris was so true, and safe the wish to Procris I to you. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall. I kiss the wall full not your lips at all. Wilt thou to Ninny's tomb meet me?
Nina's tomb!
Nina's tomb meet me straight away. Die, wife, die, death, I go without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
And now the mirror is down between the two neighbors.
Oh, no remedy, my lord, when walls are so willing to listen without warning.
This is the silliest of stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse of imagination than them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no less of themselves, then they are excellent men. Look, alas in the lion.
You, ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here in wildest rates of lion roar, and know that one snug the joiner am, nor lion's fell nor lion's dam, as I come lion and strife into this place twere pity on my life.
Gentle beast of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, that I ever saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
And a goose for his discretion.
No, not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion. The fox carries the goose.
His discretion cannot carry his valor, for the fox cannot carry the goose. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
She should have worn the horns on her head.
She is no crescent, her horns are hidden within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
Oh, this is the greatest air of all. Shouldn't the man be in the lanthorn? How else is he the man in the moon?
She dares not go there towards the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. What it would change?
By its discretion, we must see that the moon is in the wane. But let us leave it alone.
Proceed, Moon.
All I have to tell you is to say that this lanthorn is the moon. Myself, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush. And this dog, my dog.
All these things should be in the lanthorn, for all these things are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Nini's tomb!
Ninus' tomb!
Ninus' tomb! Where is my love?
Well roared, Lion.
And well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, Moon. The moon shines with good grace.
Well moused, Lion.
And so the lion vanished. And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramid.
O moon! I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay! O spite! But mark, poor knight! What dreadful duel is here? Eyes! Do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood! Approach, ye furies fell! O fates, come, come! Cut, thread, and thrum! Quell, crush, conclude, and quell!
The death of a The death of a new The death of a The death of a dear friend go near to make a man look sad.
Be true my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lions frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered my hair, which is no, which was the fairest thing that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Out, tears confound. Out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, that left pap where the heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus, thus, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Moon, take thy flight. Now! Now! Die! Die! Die!
Die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he was but one.
Not an ace, man, for he's dead. Now he's nothing.
True, call a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
Chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes now, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks you should not have a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
A moat will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is better? She for a woman, God warrant us. He for a man, God bless us.
She hath spied him already with those, sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love! What? Dead, my dove? Pyramus arrived! Speak, speak! What, dove? Dead, uncover thine eyes! These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow council cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan! His eyes were green as leaves. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, for you have sore with fears. His thread of silk. Dumb, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, faithful blade. My breast imbrued. Farewell, friend. Thus is the end. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
And Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No. I assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Would it please you to see the epilogue?
Oh, no. Well, the play needs no excuse. But when the players are all dead, there's no one left to be blamed. Leave your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Fair lovers to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we may outsleep the coming morn. We have overwatched this palpable gross play, but it hath well beguiled the heavy gates of night. Dear friends, to bed. A fortnight we hold this solemnity for nightly revels and new jollity.
The hungry lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, while the heavy plowman snores. All with weary task foredone, now the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts that wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite, and the churchway paths do glide. And we fairies are to run by the triple Hecate's team in the presence of the sun. Follow darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. For I am sent before to sweep the dust behind the door.
the house give gathering lights, by the dead and dreary fire.
Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from Ryan. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note, hand in hand with fairy grace. We shall dance and bless this place.
Until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bright bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three, ever true in loving me. And the plots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, neither mold their lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious, such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it bless, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, trip away, trip away. Meet me all by break of day. Meet me all by break of
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended. That you but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle few no more yielding than a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend it, as I am honest, Puck. If we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck, a liar come. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.